How's it going, you sexy beasts? Welcome to the second edition of Certified Badass, where I cover some starter certification points for a particular class, recommended weapons to work toward, as well as some general tactics to make you a certified badass on the battlefield. In this episode, we'll be covering the Engineer class, which is a personal favorite of mine. The Engineer class is any vehicle enthusiast class of choice due to their ability to repair vehicles and max units alike. They have a strong turret for use in combat, which can be fitted to fight either infantry or vehicles. Finally, they keep up the pressure by supplying your fellow soldiers with bounds of ammunition through the use of their deployable ammunition packages. So, let's go ahead and step into the boots of the Engineer class and become a certified badass. The Engineer class is the iron fist of any serious push onto a hostile facility. They offer a lot of adaptability and support when vehicles are involved, or if anything else needs to be blown the hell up. Overall, this class is a very large learning curve in regards to the tools available for your use and exploitation. At first glance, it may seem straightforward, but there's a lot of hidden tools of the trade that is not quite common knowledge. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and step into your first batch of certifications being spent with a beginner's toolset. As stated previously in my last episode of Certified Badass, the very best one certification point you can spend is the first level of nanoweave armor for your suit slot for your character. This will effectively increase the needed bullets to kill you by 1 from nearly every weapon in the game, save for pump shotguns and bolt-action sniper rifles. This will give you a much stronger standing presence against other players, especially if they're a pretty bad shot. Nanoweave armor is only worthwhile for the first level spin. The first level will increase your health by a total of 50 points, increasing your total effective health up to 1050. Most weapons are gauged to deal either exactly 1000 damage collectively or 1001, so gaining that additional health will ruin a lot of people's plans whilst fighting you in a 1 versus 1 scenario. This suit slot item will be replaced at a later date once you've acquired more certification points, but is an amazing choice if you're just getting your bearings. After you've gotten a couple kills under your belt, next is to look toward getting yourself some strength against vehicles. A large advantage I've found of playing an engineer is the fact that you can equip anti-tank mines. These are pressure-activated explosives that will detonate for massive damage underneath any vehicle that is unfortunate enough to drive over them. This certification will cost you a reasonable 100 certs, which will allow you to carry 2 tank mines. These mines are very destructive. As little as 2 mines will be able to take out a stock main battle tank or a default Sunderer. The anti-tank mines can be used both defensively or offensively. If a large tank column is heading your way, it's a pretty good idea to toss your 2 mines on a high traffic area where you know an unlucky tank driver will surely pass over them. In order to use these offensively, you can sniff out a parked hostile Sunderer and attempt to go right next to the vehicle. Upon doing so, you can toss your 2 mines underneath the hull of the APC and quickly evacuate to watch the fireworks. These mines will replace your default ammunition pack, but do not worry, I will address this in just a moment. So, what type of abilities does the Engineer have access to? Though the class may be lacking a specific button press ability, it's surely made up for with the use of the Adaptive Constructive Engine, more commonly known as the ACE tool. This tool gives the Engineer the ability to construct different types of items for use in the field through the awesomeness of nanites. The default ACE tool holds the blueprints to the anti-infantry mana turret, which, when placed, will construct an emplaced gun position with a team-colored shield. This turret fires a semi-accurate cone of bullets and will overheat after continuous fire for 8 seconds. The shield generated will offer very good protection against small arms fire, but makes you a large target for hostile rockets or snipers as your head is very exposed. Due to how inaccurate the anti-infantry mana turret is, it may seem like there's not really a reason to use it in the middle of a battlefield. Since it's an emplaced weapon, putting the turret down in a long hallway will allow you to rack up a lot of easy kills while making it difficult for the enemy to advance. But what if you're out in a large open battlefield? There's plenty of ways to use the turret. The most prominent would be mobile cover. Getting shot, toss down the turret and crouch behind the shields while you wait for the hostile fire to pass. Got a friendly tank column pushing the offensive line? Put the turret in front of your friendly tanks. This will act both as a rocket sponge for your tanks, but also as a decoy for hostile lock-on launchers. When they aim and try to lock on your tanks, they'll more than likely lock on your turret, effectively wasting their munitions. Also, if you do have the anti-tank mines equipped and are wondering where to get your bottomless ammo dump, then fret not. Pull out your ace tool and press B by default, and you'll change from deploying your turret to the ammunition kit. This kit is as high as the level as you have certified to, which I'd recommend not wasting the certs into getting a larger ammo deploy radius. It's not really worth it. But with this, you still keep your anti-tank mines and have unlimited ammo to hand out to your friends and pals, while also keeping your ammo reserve stocked. Finally, we move into the big badass blueprint for the ace tool, the anti-vehicle mana turret. Priced at 1,000 certification points or 700 station cash, it's well worth its weight in gold. This blueprint turns your bullet hose of a turret into a wired guided tow missile launcher, further increasing your effective fighting range against armored targets. No longer do you need to commit suicide in order to run in and drop asunder or combat armored tanks. Now you can just drop your mana turret, hop on, and fire away missiles. These missiles will follow wherever you are aiming the crosshair. Projectile speed is about 90 meters per second, which is a big thing to consider while guiding the missile over longer distances toward its target. Every missile fired from the turret will instantly cause it to overheat, which will require you to sit back and wait 6 seconds before being able to fire another payload. You can further certify the AV mana turret to lower its cooldown rate all the way down to 4.5 seconds, which will significantly increase your damage output. Damage dealt per missile is rather menacing, but just barely under the default heavy assault's rocket launchers. Keep in mind though that the missiles from the AV mana turret will still drop a tank in 2 hits to the rear. Keep your angles in perspective. If you can hit an enemy vehicle in any other location than its front, do it. You'll be dealing more damage that way. What exactly is going to be your weapon of destruction with the engineer class? Your default weapon is going to be your trusty carbine. These weapons lack a proper stock and are very adaptive in nearly any combat scenario. As a new conglomerate engineer, you'll be wielding the AF-19 Mercenary, a high damage, low fire rate weapon. If you're a well-trained engineer of the Terran Republic, you'll be issued the standard Track 5 Carbine, which is a high fire rate, medium damage carbine with a lot of ammunition. Finally, if you're a Vanu engineer, you'll be given the Solstice Carbine, which is medium damage, medium fire rate carbine, but with a lower recoil than the other 2 default weapons. Remember to fire in bursts of up to 5 rounds or so, trying to keep the cone of fire low, while keeping your overall recoil compensation low as well. If you fire without aiming down the sights, you can see how your crosshair expands the more you fire. After pausing for just a split second, the crosshair will recenter, giving you the accuracy you need. Keep that in mind while learning gun mechanics for PlanetSide 2. Next thing is the biggest attachment that will help you out with taking down targets, the 2x Reflex sight. This will allow you to get a clearer view on your target while also giving you a minor magnification to give you a better shot. Overall, the default carbines are very strong, but lack the sheer attachment availability that other, more expensive weapons allow. Now that you've been equipped with your standard issue weapon, it's time to get you into the battlefield. The engineer class feels most at home while alongside friendly max units and vehicles alike. Their nano armor repair tool allows them to quickly mend damaged armor or vehicles over time. When you have it equipped, you can repair many different objectives and allies alike. If you're defending a tech plant, you can repair the shield generators that assaulting factions may have destroyed. You are essential for the defense of many large facilities. Keep in mind that max units can have their health restored through the use of the repair tool, and you can supply them with ammunition as well. An engineer and max combo is a very menacing team. When riding around in vehicles or supporting a large tank column, remember you can repair damaged tanks with ease. Point at the base of the vehicle and left click. A circle will appear near your crosshair with how much health the vehicle has. Once the vehicle is at full health, the circle will illuminate a brighter blue. Keep in mind though that your repair tool can overheat, so repair at a moderate rate. Certifying more points in the repair tool will cause it to repair units faster, but will not affect the length of time it takes for the repair tool to overheat. Alrighty, with your newfound potential as an awesome engineer, we have to upgrade our arsenal. Time to toss away that standard issue carbine of yours and hopefully step into something far better. First off, I'm going to recommend 2 tiers of weapons for each faction. These will, in my opinion, offer a very strong fighting potential for the engineer while also being a good choice overall. First off, as the Terran Republic, go ahead and put away that trusty old Track 5 and grab yourself the mid-range priced Track 5S, which will set you back 500 certification points. This carbine sacrifices a little bit of fire rate, but further expands your attachment selection. If you're looking for a fancier weapon, then without a doubt, the LC2 Lynx should be a weapon in your arsenal. This beast has an amazing fire rate, a large ammunition capacity, as well as a good reload speed. Only downside is the large certification price of 1,000. Next up will be the Vonu Sovereignty's technologically advanced weapon set. After you've fully depleted the batteries of your Solstice, go ahead and pick up the shinier Pulsar Compact Carbine. This weapon costs a very awesome 250 certs and will help you in medium range engagements while holding a very strong bullet damage. If you're looking to spend a bit more though, a good choice would be the VX-67. This weapon will hold a good middle ground but truly shows its potential in close range engagements with its very high fire rate. Last but not least, for the new conglomerate, pick yourself up the ACX-11. This carbine hits harder than most others, but comes with a smaller magazine. Definitely a good choice if you're a good marksman, and will only set you back 250 certs. Finally, if you want the beefiest of them all, get yourself the GD7F. The sheer fire rate will blow enemies away, but keep in mind of your rather long reload speed. This carbine will set you back 1,000 certification points. We've got you sexy beasts armed to the teeth, got you some tips and tactics in regard to your mana turrets and the ace tool, and have a general basis for certification point spending. Let's go ahead and finish up with an advanced set of certifications, starting off with your suit slot. There's a few choices here, but only two I would highly recommend. First off, with what I use is the Advanced Shield Capacitor. This lowers the time before your shields start to recharge after they've taken some damage. Looking at the effectiveness on the battlefield, this would allow you to take cover and get back into the fight much quicker, while wounded enemies would be kept out of the firefight for prolonged periods of time. Grabbing 4 ranks of this will cost a mere 141 certification points and will reduce the recharge time by another 2 seconds. The other suit slot certification I would recommend is the Flak Armor. Spending 211 certs will give you a 39% reduced damage from all explosives, which could mean living from a frag grenade when otherwise you'd probably die. As for your repair tools, spending a mere 90 certification points will cause your repair tool to repair immensely faster than the default tool, which will keep your friendly max units up much longer or keep your team spawn sunder alive for those final crucial seconds. There's your medium game certifications to look forward to. Those 3 alone will set you back a total of 442 certification points. There's plenty more to certify into, but these will give you the most bang for your buck and should be grabbed right away before branching further into unknown certification territory. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You are now a certified badass. Go out and whoop some ass as an awesome engineer on the plains of Araxis. I hope you guys enjoyed this brief guide to my favorite class. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs it down. Let me know what I can improve on. There's plenty more stuff in the pipe for my coverage of PlanetSide 2. So, if you guys are enjoying the engineer class, please drop a comment in the comment section below, letting me know what your favorite carbine is, and if you like the mana turret and as it current stands, or if it could improve. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then go ahead and subscribe. It's free.